absolutely disgusting of him to say that. So why am I here trying to honor an agreement when he's there willing to fund this guy? Which also, by the way, now makes it look like he's taking his side. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think I falsely accused him?
Yes, you stupid fucking cow. What is going on, everybody? I am Kmplxity. You know who it is. You know what I do. It looks as though Becky is deciding to come out and say some dumb assery. Yes, the cow that never stops getting milked. She has decided to come back and start talking about her fake sexual assault allegations once more. Now, it's entirely possible that this is a ploy in order for Keemstar and Becky to turn around and start making a bit of a hubbub for their possible frenemies little thing that they have going on, or they're thinking about possibly making. Who knows? But you know what? Content is content, and I'm about to wreck this bitch a new one. So let's get right into it.
I see we have Richie Dubs.
Oh, okay, this gets serious. Now, all right, let me see what he says first.
Richie Dubs in the chat. Richie Dubs, I just want to say, you know how much time and effort I put into helping you and Becky come to an out-of-court agreement on no longer talking about the alleged SA? Becky did that last night.
You fucking moron, Keem. I'm pretty sure you guys, if you want to help out, you can fact check me on this. Search through my stream yesterday to where I talked about that, like search for SA or something, and see if I mentioned Richie's name at all, because I'm pretty sure I didn't. So no one who isn't already familiar with this situation would have had his real name or his screen name, which you can, whatever. No one would have associated that with the SA.
So here's Becky's first attempt at manipulating exactly what was being said. As you can clearly hear in the clip, Keemstar didn't say that she brought up Richie's name. He stated that he put effort towards having a little agreement between the two of them to stop bringing up the alleged SA, not to stop bringing up Richie's name. Let's hear it again.
Come to an out-of-court agreement on no longer talking about the alleged SA.
You see, the reason why it is that Becky put that qualifier in there and said to go ahead and see if you can find a timestamp in where I actually said Richie's name is because she has no ability to turn around and actually say that she didn't bring it up, that she didn't break the agreement, and that she didn't talk about it. She has to go ahead and add this qualifier of, oh, I didn't talk to him, I didn't say his name, therefore I didn't break the rules. No, bitch, you literally stated and talked about the alleged SA. Now, let's take a look at that.
Whoever it was had me scared so fucking bad, and the law responds so slowly that's why I invited my ex to live with me, the one who sexually assaulted me in my own fucking home. All right, that was all leading back to a certain Keemstar. So I don't want to hear his fucking pearl clutching. I don't. I think I am utterly disgusted by this. That's how I feel.
Well, Becky, you definitely are utterly something, that is for sure. Now, let's not forget the amount of times in which she turns around and actually says all of these things about Richie, how he's a terrible person, how he SA'd her, how he was blah, 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 blah. Well, let's also not forget that we actually covered this almost from the beginning. We have so many different videos, so many different live streams in which we covered this. We went over the police report, we went over a lot of different things, and everything was just adding up on Richie's side. Regardless if you like him or not, regardless if you think he's correct or if you think he's a good person, at the end of the day, the facts match his story more than anything else, especially the police report. And let's also not forget that after the police left, when she called them, he went back into her house to grab a shotgun that he had purchased for her that had also home defense shells with it.
And I asked her if she was interested. Okay, so at this point now, I know that I'm done with Becky. She's a cop caller for no reason. I know that I am leaving here with all of my stuff. I know that she has the shotgun there that I am no longer comfortable leaving in her possession because she assaulted me for no reason. And she's shown that she's completely irrational and loses control way too quick for firearms. So before I left her property, when the cops were driving up the road, I texted her really quick and I asked her if she was interested in me taking the shotgun now or later. She said, you could take it now. I went back to the door, I retrieved the shotgun, and I drove home.
Now, that's a very interesting point that you say that. So then the question then becomes, why'd you buy it for her in the first place?
I didn't buy it for her. I brought it for her. and it was because she was doxxed and threatened, and she lives in the middle of nowhere by herself, and she's a female. I didn't understand that she was out of control. I didn't understand that she was prone to violence at the drop of a hat. And it was ultimately a protective thing. I wanted to make sure that, God forbid, any of these online weirdos who found her docs came to her house, she wouldn't be defenseless.
I think that's a completely fair reason about having
But
a
at the
weapon on hand.
same, but at the same time, yes. But at the same time, when you turn around and you compare it with what he just said, that she was too emotionally unstable for it in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
But I didn't know. I hadn't seen that side of her yet.
Okay, so you're
Like,
saying
when I brought it.
she hadn't been like this up until that point.
No,
She-
not. I mean, not to this degree. Like, she'd never called the cops on me before. She'd never lost her shit like this before. I'd seen her get excited. I'd never seen her get violent. This was the first time she put hands on me.
Okay. So
yeah,
this is
and
the
I-
first instance that made you think like, okay, she cannot have this weapon here.
Yeah, and not only that,
Okay.
but I can't be with her. Right
Okay.
at this point, not only is she not a responsible gun owner, not only is she somebody I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving a firearm in their possession any longer, but also she's not somebody that I can even be with at this point.
Now you tell me if somebody who literally just got SA'd by somebody only a month or within the last month would be more than willing to allow themselves to be in a home with a person they claimed drugged and strangled them, and there be a shotgun and shells readily available.
Like going forward, if this gets clipped, he essentially just linked the two together. Usually whenever I talk about it, I don't mention his name. I just call him my ex. Specifically to try to limit how much it hurts him, because as much as I can't stand him, I'm not trying to just hurt people for no reason either.
What's that, Becky? You don't try and hurt people for no reason. Well, you know what? I'm gonna allow the viewers to decide this one. Here are some text messages between Becky and Richie that was in Richie's original expose video, which has now either been privated or deleted since their little agreement with Keemstar. But go ahead and take a read, take a gander, take a look. You tell me if you believe that Becky, this amazingly gentle person, is just someone who could never want to hurt somebody for no reason whatsoever.
So what Keem is referring to here is that at one point between me and Richie, now that Keem is mentioning it, I'll just mention it the same way Keem does, that back in January, I had mentioned about being SA'd by him. And so Richie got kicked out of the community, and Richie kept bugging Keem day after day after day after day, messaging Keem and saying, like, trying to get back into the community, trying to get me to do like hair follicle tests, all this bullshit, right? All this fucking bullshit. When, first of all, he wouldn't have even had Keem's number if it wasn't for me getting his loser ass a job for him, okay? Or trying to. That's the only reason he was even able to talk to Keem.
And here we are at manipulation point number 2. You see, the real reason why it is that Becky does not go ahead and mention Richie's name or even tries to associate him with this is because then people will have somebody they can go and fact check this with. You see, Richie was asked to leave the Discord. You see, even Keemstar in his response to Becky points this out.
Which she is violating her agreement. And it's not even true. She didn't have to work hard. She asked if Richie would get banned from our Discord, didn't want Richie in the Discord after they broke up. And I reached out to Richie Dubs and said, hey, is it okay if you step away from the Discord for a while? And he said, yes, I think it's smart that I leave.
Which I thought was awfully brave of you to do and for Richie to do, considering 98% of living human beings believe that you fucking lied about it to begin with.
Yeah, so like, let me just say once again, Richie was not removed from the Discord because he was guilty. Richie was removed from the Discord because me and Richie came to agreement that it was best he left because of the allegation that Becky made, if that makes sense.
And on top of that, we also have the original lolcowrewind when Keemstar went up on there with Richie and politely asked if he would leave the Discord.
I'm put in a very, very weird, awkward situation. I was going to ask Richie privately, but I just think like it's best to be like as open as I possibly can. Richie, is there any way you could just stay away from the server for like a week until things calm down? I would really appreciate that because I need someone to be a bigger person here.
I would totally be fine with that. The only reason that I didn't already is because I've been accused of something really horrible here, and I feel like if I just disappear, people would take that as like I'm slinking away guiltily or something.
That's exactly why I wanted to ask you publicly. That was exactly why I wanted to ask you publicly.
I've been, you know, my regular amount of presence or whatever because like she's 100% lying, and I want to make sure that like I'm not appearing guilty when I'm definitely not. But if you're asking me, can I like give it a week break? I could absolutely do that for you. That's not an issue for me at all.
As a content creator, your word is your bond with your audience, all right? If you don't have credibility, you don't have anything at all. And if you're willing to lie about the little things, what does that say about the big things?
Keem says something very disgusting at the end of this, where he says if I keep pissing him off, he'll fund Richie, my ex, who I said essayed me, because I'm not going to say allegedly if I'm the one saying it, right? I know it fucking happened, so it's not defamation if you know it fucking happened and it's fact. Anyway, I'm forgetting what I want to say because every time I talk about this, it's partly the pop, but it's also because I hate talking about this topic. He said, I remembered, that it means nothing to him. Keem would take $100,000 from his own bank account just to fund Richie getting lawyers to come after me in court. So he was complaining that I had a sexual harasser, alleged and complete bullshit. He was mad that I had a sexual harasser as a mod, but he's here willing to fund the guy who assaulted me? How utterly fucked up is that?
So now Becky's turning around and alleging that Keemstar is willing to go ahead and fund Richie Dubs for a vexatious litigation in court. Now, if you don't know what vexatious litigation means, it simply means filing lawsuit when there is no actual thing to sue over in an attempt to cause financial damage, emotional damage, mental damage, or in some way, shape, or form simply just continue to harass the person. But I found it incredibly odd that she didn't actually go over what Keemstar said right here. So why don't we go ahead and take a look and see what it is that the man said himself.
You're taking this to a place that you don't want to do it. Like, you don't understand. Like, I made this agreement to help you because you asked me for help. For you to spin it around like I did something bad to you. Here you go, Richie Dubs. Here's $100K. Put that towards attorneys.
Right.
It's nothing. Dog, you don't understand. It's really nothing. Like, you need to walk that back. And I expect an apology within the next 7 days. And if I don't get it, Richie Dubs is going to get a fucking war chest to take legal action. Yeah.
You see, Becky, this is what we like to call in the biz an ultimatum. It's not a threat, it's an ultimatum. You have two routes. You can turn around and apologize, or he can go ahead and help Richie Dubs out. Now, as somebody who does know Richie Dubs, I don't really see him taking this to court, even though I 100% think he should, but that's for another day.
Oh, and he says, oh, I shouldn't keep pushing because then he'll do it. Well, let me give you a little fucking nudge. The guy who assaulted me and strangled me and almost killed me, that guy? I definitely never initiated anything about that, but that's the guy you want to give 100,000 grand to just so that he can harass me using the legal system. And you said that publicly.
Again, another incredibly dramatized retelling of what was actually said. He never stated that he was going to give him the money in order to harass you legally. And now here we have a new allegation that he almost offed her. Wow, it's almost like every single time that she gets backed into a corner with this stuff, a whole brand new myriad of allegations magically finds their way out of her freaking udders in an effort to go ahead and see the limelight for just a little tiny bit of time. But never any proof has ever been brought up on her side. Not once since the allegations occurred has she ever produced a modicum of proof in her defense. Not once.
I I could probably use this clip to get a restraining order on you.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Like, I don't feel like I need one. That's why I haven't gotten one. But at this rate, if you're willing to basically bribe people to take me to court to harass me over a topic that you know broke my mental health, yeah, that's pretty fucking malicious.
So first and foremost, one, it's not bribery unless you have some sort of evidence to prove the fact that he actually was offering him this money in an effort to go ahead and sue you for defamation and or slander. There is no bribery. Secondly, in an effort to prove malicious intent, you would actually have to convince a jury of 12 people that he was maliciously intending to go ahead and cause you harm with this lawsuit or by funding the lawsuit, which I highly doubt you would be able to provide any sort of documentation that would allow that. Even if we were to go through discovery, I highly doubt Keemstar, a multimillionaire, is going to be dumb enough to try and bribe Richie into suing you.
Guess how Etika died? Push, push, push. Just like this. This is what Keem does. Push, push, push.
Jail. Right away. No trial, no nothing.
It was absolutely disgusting of him to say that. So why am I here trying to honor an agreement when he's there willing to fund this guy? Which also, by the way, now makes it look like he's taking his side. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think I falsely accused him? Because I saved your fucking ass, Keem. I could have sued you so bad because I met him through LolCow Live, through you. And because you didn't vet him, it put me in danger.
Well, we all know that's never happening. Like, let's be realistic. She's never gonna sue. She doesn't have the money to sue. And even if she had the money to sue, Your Honor, I'm suing this person because they introduced me to somebody and I had total autonomy over dating this person, sleeping with this person, being with this person, inviting them into my home, but it's his fault. He didn't tell me what choices to make. Honestly, I really do hope that Richie takes Keemstar up on his offer. I mean, let's be real. You guys want it, we want it, we'll totally cover it. Imagine there being cameras in the courtroom. Holy Jesus, that would be amazing. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to this. Becky is a liar. Becky makes things up. She's even said it herself that when she's backed into a corner, she'll say whatever it is that she needs to say in order to become the victim. In order to be able to get out of whatever pressure she's currently under, she will lie and try and manipulate in an effort to no longer be the center of attention in a negative way. Don't believe her lies. Don't believe her manipulation. Let this cow go out to pasture. And stand with us as we stand with Richie. Hashtag justice for Richie. I've been Kmplxity, and I will catch you in the next one.
From zero to hero, we rise.